What up, what up, what up? My bad, I'm out here tweeting this shit out and sending it out. My bad. I was all sitting here just real quiet. My bad, my bad.
How long have you been online?
Not long. I just turned it on. What's going on, everybody? Coming to join. You know what I'm saying? It's time, it's time, it's time. It's Sunday live time, baby. Let's go. Alright, alright. Post. Stories. Alright. Let's see. Alright, let me get the comments back up. And I can see what y'all talking about. Alright, cool. Alright, whoever's out there, appreciate you for joining. I don't know who it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who it is because I ain't seen, there ain't no comments up just yet. But shout out to whoever's out there watching. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Let me put a little thing right here so I can set the phone. Have the comments up. Don't want to run into it. Where's everybody? I know, right? Sunday. I guess it is Sunday fun day. All right. Who's up out there? Who's up out there? Who's up out there? Hi, babe. In the other room. Hi, babe. Other side of the wall, the green screen. Not even the other room. You funny. You funny. You silly goose. This last little doobster. Let everybody kind of get in here. I know there's gonna be a few. I wonder if the notification went out. Come on. I bet you that did not. I bet you it did not go out. Hey, there's a few more people up in here. Shout out to whoever's up in here. What's going down? I was waiting for y'all to get in here. Hey, Ashley, what's good? What's going down, Ashley? Yo. Hey, you don't. I need to see you before that weed gets stale too, Ashley. I need to come see you before the weed gets stale. You know what I'm saying? Need to come holla at you. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get this started. Hopefully, there'll be a few more people who come in and join in with us as we, you know what I'm saying, get it going. But shout out to everybody who's out there. You know what I mean? Let's go. We got Mr.Ballen.
In 2009, the popular true crime TV show Cops just happened to be in South Florida filming when a truly diabolical crime was committed there. And so cops captured this crime on camera. But someone in their footage was hiding something. And when you know what that something was, it becomes very obvious when you watch. But before we get into today's story, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right place, because that's all we do, and we upload once or twice every week. So if that's of interest to you, please ask the like button if you can borrow their car for the week, and then when they say yes, spend that week driving around picking up as much roadkill as possible and packing it into their trunk. Picking up as much roadkill as you possibly can and pack it into their back seat in their trunk, and then return the car. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications
he tried
so you don't
really
miss
hard
any
to
of
keep
our
a
weekly
straight face
uploads.
saying that
All right,
shit.
let's get into today's story.
There ain't even no doubt about it. He tried way too hard keeping that shit. Yeah, we stepped outside for a second, Mama Duke. Shout out to Mama Dukes up in the house. We saw the little eclipse.
Michael DiPolito grew up in a very rough neighborhood in South Philadelphia where violence, drugs, and prostitution were just normal parts of everyday life. At a young age, like his parents, Michael became an alcoholic. He also developed a very serious drug addiction that he paid for by selling drugs. Michael would eventually drop out of high school, and not long after that, he became homeless and was living out on the streets, sleeping in abandoned buildings at night to stay warm. In 1993, when Michael was still in South Philadelphia, he was arrested for the first time.
South Philadelphia, born and raised. My bad. I had to do it. He
charged with possession of an unknown drug, as well as intent to distribute this unknown drug. Court records don't specify what drug this was. However, Michael just did not show up for court, and so a warrant was put out for his arrest. Michael would somehow manage to evade police capture, and by 1997, he had fled South Philly altogether and landed in South Florida in a town called Boca Raton. Shortly after arriving there, Michael was arrested for a second time, this time for offering an undercover police officer $15 in exchange for sex. Michael would plead guilty.
Damn. Bruh. He said, I got $15 for you, ho. Either he was just really broke and that's all he could spare to get some, or he just genuinely looked at her and was like, that bitch need $15. I'm gonna offer her $15. Try to get in her drawer. I was like, come on, bro, $15? Oh,
soliciting prostitution. However, he would just get released. A year after the prostitution arrest, Michael was sued by a former girlfriend named Karen Tan, who claimed he was the father of her son, and so he owed her child support. And Karen had a DNA test that backed up this claim. However, Michael, again, would just not show up for court, and before long, Karen just gave up and dropped the lawsuit. Michael was likely very relieved when this happened, because at the time, he was making almost no money through a temp agency. And so after this lawsuit gets dropped, Michael decides, I need to go out and make some real money. And somehow, on his quest to find a more lucrative opportunity, Michael was introduced to associates of the Bonanno family. And the Bonanno family is one of the infamous 5 families that dominates organized crime across the United States. They are literally the Italian mafia. And after the mafia met Michael, they took a liking to him, and they did offer him a more lucrative, albeit illegal, opportunity. They gave him a role inside one of their so-called boiler rooms. A boiler room is not literally a boiler room. Instead, it's a group of fraudsters that use high-pressure sales tactics to steal money from unsuspecting victims. Typically, the way it works is the fraudster will cold call someone, and they will tell them that they have this great get-rich-quick scheme, but you gotta give me your money right now if you want to be a part of it. And so when the victim says, okay, that sounds great, and they wire the money along, the fraudster just steals their money. Michael, who was very charismatic and a natural salesman.
Look, my thing is, if you're dumb enough to just forward your money along and just, wire transfer your money and you know what I mean? What do you expect, bro? I'm just saying, how many times have you gotten them cold calls from India and shit? You know what I'm saying? From New Delhi and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now in fucking Russia. Wherever all these pranksters, or not pranksters, but, fraudsters are. Them spam calls. Come on, bro. It's kind of like the same concept. Just because it's a fast-talking ass, you know what I'm saying, mobster. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. If it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
got really good at tricking people into giving him their money. And so eventually, Michael realized he could make a lot more money if he started his own boiler room, where his commission could be much higher on the money he stole. And so fairly abruptly, he left the mafia's boiler room. We don't really know how they reacted to this. And Michael would set up not one, but 2 boiler room scams of his own in South Florida. And by 2002, he had pocketed $155,000 of stolen money. However, he had spent virtually all of it on fancy hotels and cars and phone sex. But the good times would not last for Michael, because in 2002, the police caught on to Michael's boiler room scams and they raided them, and Michael was arrested for a 3rd time, except this time he would go to court, he would stand trial, and he would be sentenced to 2 years in prison, 28 years of probation, and he would be ordered to pay back the $155,000 that he stole. Michael would only serve 7 months of his 2-year jail sentence, but that was more than enough to leave a huge impact on him. Michael hated prison. He hated every second of it. And so during those long sleepless nights that he was laying awake in his cell, he made a promise to himself that when he got out, when he was released, he would never, ever come back. And so in 2003, when he was released, he immediately entered a sobriety program. He also started going to the gym every morning, and he began studying for his GED, which is a high school equivalency test, because he didn't get his high school diploma. After he successfully earned his GED a couple of months later, he would also start a legal business. It was a digital marketing firm that was called Mad Money Inc. Over the next several years, Michael would do his very best to stay on the straight and narrow and not get in trouble. And for the most part, he did that. By 2008, Michael was still sober, despite a few setbacks, and he was still very focused on his physical fitness and his health, and his business, Mad Money, was doing quite well, earning him nearly $100,000 a year. But his love life had become a bit messy. Michael had gotten married back in 2007 to his longtime girlfriend named Maria Luongo, who had stood by him when he went to jail. But that year, in 2008, when Michael was 38 years old, he cheated on Maria with a 26-year-old real estate agent named Dalia Mohammed, who he met at a Starbucks. And instead of their affair being a quick fling, as they likely both intended it to be, Michael and Dalia quickly fell in love. And when that happened, Michael went to his wife Maria and he told her, and then he divorced her. Just 3 days after the divorce finalized, Michael and Dalia went to the courthouse and they got married. The newlyweds would move into a brand new condo that Michael had purchased.
How do you move that fast? Like, I don't give a damn if y'all was already fucking around and shit like that. How do you, like, that shit is wild to me, how people could do that shit. Like, just jump from one relationship to another one. Like, that shit is wild, bro.
In Boynton Beach, which is a beautiful town in South Florida. And for a time, their life was perfect. They knew it was a little outrageous the way they had met each other and how quickly they had fallen for each other. But they didn't care. They got along great and they were excited about the future. But their perfect life would not last long. On the evening of March 12th, 2009, so only about a month after they had gotten married, Michael and Dalia were at home in their condo when they heard a knock on the front door. And so Michael went to the door, he opened it up, and much to his surprise, standing on the other side was his probation officer, and behind him was a whole bunch of police officers. And before Michael could even ask what was going on, the probation officer told Michael that they had received an anonymous call tipping them off that Michael was selling steroids and ecstasy pills and other drugs out of his condo. Michael would tell
his ex-wife called the police on this nigga because she was angry.
Probation officer that there was no way that was true. He is not selling any drugs. He's sober. He's not doing that. And so eventually Michael just stepped aside and said, please come in, search my condo. I have nothing to hide. And so sure enough, the police, they would go into his condo, they would search it, but they wouldn't find anything and they would leave. Of course they would. And so after the police had gone, Michael and Dalia found themselves just standing in their condo, completely dumbfounded. But instead of trying to get to the bottom of it right then and there about about who had called and why. They just decided it was best for them to just leave their condo for the night and go stay at a nice hotel. And so they packed up some bags, they left their condo, which was a total mess from the police search, and they went to the hotel and they had a nice night together. The next morning, when they got up and headed down to the parking lot, they saw up ahead, standing around Michael's car, was Michael's probation officer as well as several other police officers. And so Michael and Dahlia are looking at each other like, what is this, again? And so they hustle on over to Michael's car, and before they can even plead their innocence to Michael's probation officer, he stops Michael and just says, look, we got another anonymous call, this time telling us that you are selling drugs out of your vehicle, and so we need to search it. And so Michael is just totally beside himself, but he says, look, go ahead, search it, there's nothing in the car. And so sure enough, the police would open up his car, they'd rip it apart, but again, they wouldn't find anything. Over the next couple of weeks, the only thing Michael and Dahlia ever wanted to talk about was what the heck was going on. Who is placing these anonymous calls claiming that Michael was selling drugs out of the condo and out of the car? It just didn't add up. They wanted to believe that this was all just one big mistake, but in the back of both of their minds, they were thinking about Michael's very checkered past and his previous dealings with the mafia and with people he had clearly ripped off. And so maybe there was someone in his past that was looking to get back at Michael and maybe get him arrested and sent back to jail. Fast forward to March 29th, so 17 days after that first raid on their condo, and that night, Michael and Dahlia had been eating dinner at a restaurant, and when they left and headed out to the parking lot, once again, standing around Michael's car were several police officers clearly waiting for him to return. And so without even needing to ask why they were there, Michael and Dahlia, they go over to them and they just start pleading with them to understand that this is a setup. We do not have drugs in this car. We don't know what's going on here. Please, you gotta understand that someone's doing this to us. But this time, when they searched his car, they would find something.
Oh, shit.
Before we go any further, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, Experian. Back when I was just...
Shout out to your sponsor, Mr.Ballen, but we're not going to watch that.
After searching Michael's car, the police would find a small bag of cocaine stuck inside of a cigarette carton tucked underneath his spare tire in the trunk. And when Michael saw them pull the cocaine out, he began to cry because he knew, even though it was not his and he had not put it there, that he was going to jail because he was going to get arrested for possession and he was on probation and he was screwed. And so he just begins crying and pleading with police to understand that the cocaine was not his. He swears it's not his. Meanwhile, Dahlia, she's looking at the drugs and now she's second guessing herself. Is Michael lying? Is he actually selling drugs? And he's been lying to me too? But when she sees her husband crying hysterically and looking so sincere, she believes that he's got to be telling the truth. And so pretty soon she was standing beside Michael and pleading with police as well to let them go, that this was totally just a setup. And amazingly, these police officers who were aware of the previous raids on Michael and Dahlia's property, they told them, look, we do think this is pretty suspicious that somebody keeps calling in about you selling drugs and now magically the drugs are in your car. And so what we're going to do is we're going to confiscate this cocaine. We're not going to arrest you. Instead, go home, be safe, call us if you see anything strange, you hear anything strange, and we're going to begin investigating to figure out who is making all of these calls. And so Michael and Dahlia were totally relieved to hear this. Right, but at the same time, they were kind of terrified because clearly whoever was looking to get Michael in trouble now was prepared to break into his property in order to do it. And so what was stopping them from breaking into their condo and planting drugs in there as well? And so after these police officers left, Michael and Dahlia hopped in the car, they sped back to their condo, and they went inside and they searched it top to bottom, looking for any sign that anyone had recently been in there or if there were drugs or anything illegal inside of their condo. And after looking and finding nothing, they just locked their doors, shut their windows, shut the blinds, and just prayed that the police would be able to quickly identify who was doing this to them and make them stop. But over the next few months, the police would not figure out who this anonymous caller was because the caller stopped calling. And so for a little while, Michael and Dahlia were convinced that the whole ordeal was over and done with, and they basically returned to their normal lives. But on August 5th, 2009, roughly 4 months after the cocaine was found in Michael's car, the anonymous caller would come back with a vengeance. On that morning at around 5:45 a.m., Dahlia left the condo, leaving Michael in bed, and she headed out to the local gym to get a workout in. Around 6:30 in the morning, she stepped off the treadmill and she looked at her phone and she saw she had a missed call from a number she didn't recognize, and this number had left her a voicemail. And so she calls her voicemail, she puts it to her ear, and as she's listening, her heart starts to race because it was a Boynton Beach detective telling her there had been some sort of incident at her condo and she needed to come back right away. Terrified, Dahlia grabbed her things and she ran out of the gym, she got in her car, and she called this number back. And when the detective picked up, she tried to get more information from him about what this incident was, what happened. And the detective would only say that it involved her husband, and he would explain everything when she came back. And so in a total state of shock, Dahlia turned on her car and she sped out of the parking lot and she headed back towards her condo. And when she turned onto her street and saw her condo, she hit the brakes and just stared. In front of her condo were all these police cars with their lights on, and police officers were walking around, and yellow crime scene tape was lining the outside of her property. And inside of the taped off area, there were all these crime scene photographers taking pictures of her condo. And so as Dahlia is sitting in her car at the top of the street, just staring at this crazy scene she's seeing, one of the Boynton Beach police officers sees her and walks up, and after confirming that she was Dahlia DiPolito, he said to her, leave your car here and come with me. And so Dahlia, who knows obviously something bad has happened, but really doesn't know the extent of it, she puts her car in park, she gets out, and she begins walking with this police officer over towards this cluster of 3 people that are standing right in front of her property. And it would turn out one of them was the detective who had called her on the phone. And so Dahlia's led over, and that detective, as soon as he sees Dahlia, he walks over to her and he says to her very matter-of-factly that someone had called about a disturbance in their condo, and shots were fired, and unfortunately her husband, Michael, was dead. Dahlia, who was totally hysterical, was gently led away from her condo into a nearby police car, and they would drive her to the police station.
Wait, what? How did we? Bruh. I'm so confused about. Okay, now it's really looking like some mafia shit. Like your mafia ties, Blair. Your mafia ties have
they would
come
sit
back
her down and begin asking her questions about her husband. And they would say to her, look, I know you just found this out, but we got to figure out what could have happened because a killer is on the loose. We need to find this person and stop them. And so at first, the conversation was really just Dahlia crying and the detective kind of calming her down. But eventually, she would tell the detective about the anonymous caller who kept calling the police and claiming Michael was selling drugs, and how she and Michael suspected that, probably the anonymous caller was connected to someone from his past, maybe someone from the mafia, or maybe one of the victims of his boiler room scam, or it could be any number of other people that Michael had done wrong in the past. And so the detective, he's taking diligent notes and he's listening to Dahlia. And then at some point in a break in the conversation, he says to Dahlia, okay, it's time to get serious. I need to know if you know this guy. And so Dahlia, she was kind of looking down and she looks up, confused what he's talking about. And then the door opens and this huge guy in handcuffs walks into the room.
Come here. Bring this guy in here. Get over here. Get over here. You know who this guy is?
No.
You've never seen him before?
I've never seen him before. Ever.
Do you know her?
Put your head up and look at her.
Put your head up.
I've never seen him.
What were you doing coming out of her house? Get him out of here.
It would turn out Dahlia was lying. She did know who that guy was. Almost immediately after marrying Michael 6 months earlier, she had stolen $200,000 from him, but apparently that wasn't enough for her. She needed the rest of Michael's money as well as his condo. And so she had been the anonymous caller. She was the one calling the police and tipping them off that Michael was selling drugs out of the condo and out of his car. She was the one who planted the cocaine in the back of his car because she wanted him to get arrested because he was on probation and he would go back to jail for a really long time. But when her efforts failed and Michael did not get arrested and so did not go back to jail, Dahlia moved on to plan B. She reached out to one of her ex-boyfriends and she
That
asked
is
him, hey, do you know
wild.
any hitmen that could murder my husband? And the ex-boyfriend at first didn't think she was serious, but when she kept asking him about it and began offering to pay and really was making it clear that she wasn't joking around, the ex-boyfriend basically told her, no, I don't know any hitmen. And then he, the ex-boyfriend, called the Boynton Beach Police Department and told them about Dahlia and her plan to hire a hitman to kill Michael. And so when the Boynton Beach Police Department found out about this plot,
Damn.
they immediately had one of their undercover agents pose as a
She is a whole
hitman
hoe.
and set up a
She
meeting
a
with
whole
Dahlia.
hoe,
And so
for
the undercover
real.
agent was that
Bitch.
huge guy in handcuffs that was led into the room with Dahlia. And so
Damn.
Dahlia goes to meet the undercover agent, the fake hitman. She gets into his car and there's a hidden camera in the back seat that's filming her the whole time. And she's caught on camera saying she wants to kill her husband. She gives money to the undercover agent. And then as she's about to get out,
And there it is, right there. Now there's no backing out of it. She can't say shit. She can't get out of it. There ain't no, let me plead insanity. There ain't shit. Bitch, throw her ass under the jail, throw the key away, light that bitch on fire, and say bye. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that bitch. Man.
the agent turns to her and he says,
Fuck
are you
that
sure you want to
bitch.
do this? Because as soon as you leave, it's done. I am going to kill Michael and you can't stop it. This is Dahlia's reaction.
There's no changing, no, there's no, like, I'm determined already. I'm positive, like, 5,000% sure, like, no, when I
Oh,
said to do
damn.
something,
5,000% sure?
I need the money from you, I went, I grabbed it right away, like, we were good to go. Like, with me, you're not going to have a problem, you're not going to have an issue.
And so the Boynton Beach Police Department, they have all this information about what Dahlia thinks is going to happen, and they decide they can use this information to set her
fuck
up
that
in the
bitch.
most elaborate way possible. And it just so happened the very popular true crime TV show, Cops, was filming in the area. And so the Boynton Beach Police Department allowed cops to be a part of this elaborate setup. So they got to film everything that happened. So on the morning of August 5th, Dahlia got up and left her condo at
Bad boys,
5:45
bad
a.m.
boys.
and headed
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Jim, knowing, at least in her mind, that the hitman would be coming to her condo right after her, breaking in and shooting her husband twice in the head. Because that was the plan
damn.
they had come up with that was captured on
Oh, that
film.
was the-
And
that's
so
right, it's a
after the
prank.
police see her leave at 5:45 a.m., because they were monitoring the condo, they rushed in, they knocked on the door, and they got Michael to come downstairs. And he had no idea his wife was trying to kill him. And so he comes to the door, he's
Damn.
totally confused, but he goes with them and he's kind of ushered
Should've
off to
stayed
the
with the
police
ex one.
station.
Should've-
And
he
then
should-
for
he
about the
should've
next
kept Maria.
hour, the police set up a very convincing fake crime scene right out front of the condo. And then once it was all set up, that detective called Dahlia and left her a voicemail saying that, you know, there's been this incident, you need to come back to your condo. And then a couple of minutes later, when Dahlia called them back and said, okay, I'm coming back to the condo now, that's when the TV crews for the Cops TV show, they kind of set up in the bushes and got ready to film what happened next.
Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there were shots fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am, he's been killed. He's been killed, ma'am. I'm sorry.
He's not.
Listen.
No.
Try to calm down.
That is, she
Right now,
fake.
we need to get you to the station. We need to get you to our police station. I can't let you in, man. We have to do our job.
After the fake hitman was pulled out of the interrogation room after Dahlia had said, oh, I don't know who he is, the detective just stared at her in total silence for a minute. And then he broke the news that he totally knew all about her murder plot and that she was going to jail.
Hold up. You see how he looked? He was looking out, waiting for them to shut that door. That door's shut, and he said, yeah, all right, bitch. Let's get down to business. You know what I'm saying? He had that real, like, oh, yeah, it's go time. Like, oh, man.
You're going to jail today for solicitation of murder. You're under arrest. That's an undercover police officer. Everything has been recorded. You were photographed in the convertible when you sat in his car in the front of CVS. What do you want to do? What do you want to do here,
I didn't know
Dahlia?
anything.
Listen to
I
me.
didn't do anything.
You're going to jail.
I didn't do anything, please. I didn't do anything.
Tell me
You didn't do anything.
You're going to jail today. As soon as
Today,
I'm
not
done,
tomorrow,
they're going to come in here
not the day
handcuff you
after.
and take you to the
Today,
Palm Beach County
right
Jail,
now.
book you for solicitation of first-degree murder on your husband. Your husband is well and alive.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
Can I see him?
No, he doesn't want to see you.
I want to see him.
He doesn't want to see you.
Please.
After Dahlia was arrested, she was still sitting in that interrogation
Wow, what a
room
list.
when the Boynton Beach Police Department made a special
They did
point
have fun
of
with that shit,
walking
for real,
Dahlia's
Mama.
husband, Michael, past the open door so she could see him. Here's her reaction.
Oh my God.
He's alive.
Come here, please. Come here. Mike, come here. Come here, please. Come here. Why not? I didn't do anything to you. Mike, come here, please. Come here.
Okay. Like, we'll take her back to Brooklyn, please.
Dahlia
Oh my God.
was initially
Oh my God.
sentenced to 20 years in prison for what she had done, but
Oh,
after
man,
a
what up, DNC?
retrial because of jury bias, her sentence was reduced to 16 years.
To jury
So
bias.
that's going to do it.
Fuck
If you
outta
got something
here.
out of today's episode and you haven't
what
done
she
this
gets, though,
already,
16
please ask the
years.
like button. If you can borrow their car for the week,
Yeah, that's terrible. Oh well. She should have got a little bit more time, in my opinion. She should have got a little bit more time. But you know what? We'll take that 16, you know what I'm saying? She deserved that 16. She definitely deserved that 16, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That was a healthy 16 that she earned in that one. You know what I mean? That healthy 16. But let's go ahead and jump into some of these these bizarre bub videos, because they was pretty interesting yesterday. And yeah, we can probably do a few of these because they're not super duper long, but long enough that we can have some fun. And yeah, so let's check out this scary comp video 54 right here. Let's go.
The following video comes from Jay Barari, who captured...
Before we do that, shout out to everybody out there, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? If you have not subscribed to this channel, you know, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Reach up underneath there, tickle that gooch area of the goddamn subscribe button, go ahead and bitch slap that goddamn bell notification, and you know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and laugh and walk away. And the best part about it, it's free. So do what you gotta do, okay?
footage of something pretty disturbing inside her daughter's bedroom. According to her, this odd occurrence is just one of many which often occur inside her home. Now, the house that she lives in was built in the 1700s, during which numerous residents have died on the property. For this reason, among many others, she thinks her house is haunted. But the following video might just be a clear indication that her family is being haunted by something.
New merch on the website.
One night, while looking over at a live feed of her daughter's security camera, which she installed herself to capture the strange incidents that have been happening, she sees her daughter staring at something in the dark. This is what she saw.
Oh, that's creepy. Take her ass to the goddamn fire department.
Baby, come here. Come here, come here. Come here. What's up, baby? Come here.
Oh yeah, she's possessed. Take her ass to the fire department. Go ahead and do what you gotta do, player. You lost her.
There seems to be something in the dark that's catching her daughter's attention. Whatever it might be, viewers believe that it must be terrifying, as she appears to be petrified with fear.
A member too.
Even more unsettling is that she doesn't lose contact, even while being carried away by her mother. Ever since this incident, Jay Barari has not been able to sleep. However, this is not the first time she caught something unsettling, as she captured something way more creepy a few months ago.
I don't have any more of the baseball tees.
To this day, she can't think of anything to explain this footage. One night, while being home alone, Jay Barari looks over at her security camera's live feed, which is recording outside her house, and sees this.
Get hoodies up. The show this week. Oh yeah, you just need to move. You gotta get out of there. You got a little wacky, creepy ass fucking ghost kid. Likes to play too much. Fuck that. Go ahead and leave. Go ahead and get
Out of all
there.
3 swings, only one moves by itself. Clearly, this doesn't make any sense. If there was a strong wind during the time of this recording, then all 3 swings should have been moving. Although pretty strange, it isn't as odd as the following video, which was taken weeks before this incident. One day, while walking through the woods in her backyard, she comes across something very unusual. Take a look.
So the bridge is also destroyed, and I came out here because I don't know if you can see that, but it says Mike.
Something 43 to
43 to
1954.
54. I always assumed it was a dog named Mike.
Hold up. Did she say 18 something? That there's no fucking way. That's 100 years old. Did she say 1843?
43 to 54.
Oh, go back.
I always assumed it was it says Mike. I think 43 to 54.
Okay, she didn't
I
say.
always
So
assumed
you
it was
can't
a
see
dog
it.
named Mike, and there's other little stones along the path, but I can't get through there. So I don't really know what to do at this point. But wanted to show you guys something
What do you
else.
mean you can't just walk over that bridge? I mean, it's broke, but
So this is the statue that's head got cut off. I wasn't really happy about that. But it could, you know, it's really weird. So the head got cut clean off, and like, you know, it's very strange.
Because of this video, viewers believe that there's a hidden cemetery within the property.
yeah, obviously.
According to them, this might explain the strange occurrences that have taken place in her home. Although that might be the case, nothing seems to get rid of the activity, as she's tried almost everything that's been suggested to her.
Oh, we saw that video.
From using sage to calling a medium,
She needs to just
nothing
leave.
appears to work as the unusual incidents
She need,
continue.
like 7 priests.
But one incident in particular has made her thought about leaving the house. Jay Barari and her partner are inside the home when they hear strange noises coming from inside a room. This is what they caught.
In there, in the wardrobe. I thought you were playing a prank on me, and Rylan wasn't with our parents. So I was like, what the fuck?
Bro, that shit's creepy.
Hello?
Yep, go ahead and leave.
All right.
She said, nope, all right, I'm leaving. Downstairs.
As always, what are your thoughts on this? Could it be that these strange happenings might have to do with the cemetery that's on her
just leave,
property?
just move, take the L.
Or
I don't understand.
is there some other
No.
explanation? As with
No.
most videos, this one remains
I don't want none of your
inconclusive.
problems. I don't want to live. I don't want to
Feel free to share what you think down below.
Start fucking with shit and fucking with me. I don't got time for that shit. I don't got time for
Like with
none of
most
that.
videos that come from a foreign country, the following footage has very little information, but
Burn
it
that
still
shit
speaks
to
for
the
itself.
ground.
At the start of the video, we can see what appears to be a family who's visiting a popular spot in Japan. Now, because
Oh, we
it's
saw
not known
this
as to
one
where
little thing
exactly the
around the
family
tree.
is at, we don't know if the place has had a history of paranormal occurrences. But based on this video, viewers seem to think that the place is definitely haunted. As one of the family members records the others, something very unsettling is captured in the video. This is what they caught.
And we saw this one on, I think, Slap Ham, actually. Or Mr. Spooks, one of the two. Watch the tree. Watch the tree. Oh, his leg. Ew. He said, ew. They didn't have the translation in the last, or the one I saw. Ew. That shit's creepy as shit, though. Shit. I don't want nobody grabbing me. Fuck that.
早く俺もう時間ないから入ってちょっと待ってちょっと待ってちょっと待って入って大丈夫かな本当にもう違うマジやばい
In between the legs of one of the children, you can see what appears to be a pale-looking hand manifesting out of thin air in front of the camera. Naturally, it was upon seeing this that the person recording had to walk up to the children to see if his eyes were playing tricks on him. However, based on this footage, it seems that he saw exactly what he thought he'd seen.
Yeah, for real.
Viewers find this video to be genuine footage of something paranormal, but with little to no information on this clip, it's hard to be sure if that's the case. Was a ghost caught on camera, or had something else been captured?
Oh, man.
In a previous video, I talked about a man who bought a house that is said to be haunted. The following is an update on that story. However,
Would you buy a haunted house?
this may just be the scariest update presented by the owner. Now, just as a recap, the person who bought the house is named Maguro, and prior to owning the place, the previous owner had been experiencing strange activity. This is believed to be the reason why the previous owner had sold the house and moved somewhere else.
Probably.
Although it's not known if the ex-owner continues to experience odd occurrences in his new home. His old house continues to be rife with paranormal activity, which Maguro has been capturing on camera ever since he moved in. But it was just recently that Maguro had caught footage of something extremely terrifying in the upstairs bedroom. The footage is pretty disturbing, to say the least. Before showing that video, though, it's worth showing what occurred in the bathroom a few days before this incident. It was 3 in the morning when the following happened.
It's always
This
at some
is
weird,
what was caught.
creepy-ass time in the morning that some shit happens. Oh, hell no. Looked like somebody was trying to open the shower door, too. Look, it's moving. That's a weird-ass setup, too. Why is the wash machine right there? It's a weird-ass placement for the wash machine, if you ask me. Yeah, you got a ghost, sir. You got a demon in your house. You need to go ahead and burn that shit down and move on. Call in 7 priests and keep it pushing. Like, y'all got a house to come exercise and I'm out this bitch.
Maguro believes that whatever had been inside the inner bathroom was responsible for the strange activity that occurred moments before.
That's a good-ass question.
As with most incidents,
I think that's
this
a
one
legitimate
has left
question.
him baffled.
It ain't left you
Although
baffled.
pretty
There's
creepy,
fucking ghost in there.
his most recent footage might just be the most terrifying video he's ever caught. The video takes place inside an upstairs bedroom where Maguro often smokes. He smokes inside because his next-door neighbor doesn't like it when he smokes around the property. After finishing his smoke, the following was caught on camera. Be sure to pay close attention or you'll miss it.
We've seen this one too. My bad, Joe. I didn't realize this one had a bunch of like recaps. We've seen a few of these actually on this one. That is like the creepiest like setup in the house, period. There just ain't nothing in it too. Dude's just got, he's a for real what is it? A minimalist? Minimalist, that's what they say. Call it. Somebody who ain't got a whole lot of shit. Definitely got some demons. He better get out of there before they attach themselves to him. That's all I can think about. They about to attack you. Ain't gonna be able to move.
Upon turning off the lights, a tall figure appears out of nowhere.
What up, Anthony? It's all good.
It appears in both rooms and stands completely still.
Shit,
What's even more unsettling about this is that it seems to be observing Maguro as he walks over to his bed. Now, for some reason, whenever night vision mode is activated on the camera, the figure vanishes from sight. It is because of this that viewers believe that the figure is always watching him, even when the camera isn't able to see it. As you can imagine, Muguro is beyond scared. He can't help but think that whatever this might be is following him. Understandably, Muguro cannot just simply abandon the house, as he just bought the place. But, considering what was caught on
Better turn around
camera,
and list that shit.
what would you do?
Try to get some money back, sell it to somebody.
For the full story on the
somebody
situation,
else.
you can check out the channel Fourth Wall, where you can find other paranormal
Get
videos
that
like this
insurance
one.
money and burn that bitch down. I'm just saying. Got
If you caught
options.
something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444
Right, for real,
at
Skylar.
gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video.
What a high question for a
Instagram user
non-smoker.
Lauren
Be positive
Orange
you're
had
not
posted a
smoking.
video in which two of her friends are
This is
standing
probably not
outside of a
smoking,
house
for real.
that they recently bought.
That is a high-ass
Now, at
question
first
for a
glance, the
non-smoker.
video seems normal. Both friends, who are actually a couple, are posing
You know
happily
what?
in front of
We're about to
the
move on to the next one because this video, we've seen this one too. So we're going to move on. I think there might have been some random time where maybe we clicked on another version of that. Like that seemed like it was almost like verbatim, like a bunch of videos we've seen. We'll move on to 53.
The following video has very little information, but it's still
See how
nonetheless
creepy this
pretty
shit is.
creepy. In the video, we can tell that the person behind the camera is scared. We don't know why, but it seems that the strange noises that are coming from inside the house might be the reason. The following is the video they took.
The house looks normal, but it definitely is making some weird sounds. And it's empty. That is the weirdest, smallest little gas station bathroom, bro. That look like a gas station bathroom. Old ass heaters on the wall and shit. Alligators screaming in the toilet. Oh shit! You better fucking leave. Yeah, get your shit and leave. Look at that door slammed and it's open again. What the fuck? Oh no, it was around that. It was around this corner. He's scared to look around the corner. I feel you, bro. I wouldn't even care. Oh yeah, it's closed. Yeah, it's closed. Don't go open it. Don't go open it. Don't be an idiot. Oh, you're dumb. You're dumb. You're gonna get locked in there. It's gonna slam behind you.
As if the strange noises weren't creepy enough, a door suddenly closes on its own.
No,
And,
fuck closing.
as
That
seen
shit
in the
slammed
video,
on its own.
no one was inside the room.
Of course no one was in the room.
Now, although creepy, it could be that the strange noises were actually coming from the valve inside the toilet, which might have had a problem. Yet, there seems to be no explanation for the door shutting on its own.
Right.
Given what occurred in the video, what are your thoughts? I'll leave it to you to decide as to whether or not the video is real. But regardless, the video itself is pretty creepy.
Because he wasn't close enough to that door handle for him to close it himself. There's
Zoe
ain't no
Bruno
way.
and her family live on a farm that they believe is haunted. However, based on videos that Zoe has posted, viewers believe that it's not just haunted, but also cursed. In a recent video, Zoe shared that one of her pigs had given birth to a pair of baby pigs born with unusual deformities. Unfortunately,
Somebody
they were
doing
born
weird,
dead.
nasty shit with the pig.
Now, this was unlike anything the family has ever seen. Because of this, along with other strange
Was
occurrences,
there bestiality
they
going
believe
on?
that something very strange is happening on their farm. But then one night, the strangest thing was caught on camera.
Aliens ain't alien probing,
Zoe's
or
sister was
alien
home
probing
alone
pigs,
when
I
she heard
promise.
weird noises coming from the pig stable outside. She began to record immediately. This is what was caught.
Hola chicos, estoy grabando este video porque mi papá
Oh,
y
we
mi
see
mamá
this
se
one
fueron a
too, this
comprar
little
una
girl.
cosa en el almacén y mi hermano Seban está en la pieza.
He said, "Oh,
pero
this is a bunch of
sentí
dope. I
olor
feel you,
raro por
shit."
acá. No sé qué está pasando, pero...
Watch, this one's super hard to see.
Quiero
It's
tratar de
behind that
grabar.
pole, though. She drops the
Miren
phone.
eso. ¡Ah! ¡Ah!
Yeah, see, she drops the phone, though. It's right behind the pole. It just looks like a dude, bro. Somebody's out there fucking their pigs or something.
If you look
Just
close
saying.
enough, you can see what appears to be a face peeping from behind a wooden post. Whoever, or whatever this is definitely unsettling to look at. Naturally, Zoe's sister had reacted the way she did. She's alive and well, but mentally, she is not okay, for what she'd seen in the stable has left her traumatized. Until Zoe posts more footage, we won't know for sure what this was.
That was like super dramatic.
But until
It just
then,
left her
this video
traumatized.
remains a mystery.
She got scared, but she's alright. She alright.
The following video was posted by JB, who had caught something chilling on his Ring camera. Before this incident, JB and his roommate had been experiencing strange happenings at home that neither of them could explain. From hearing taps on the walls to hearing footsteps in the hallway late at night, they can't shake the feeling that their house might be haunted.
You know what? I wonder if these people ever had any ghost problems or encounters or issues before they had these Ring cameras. You know, it's kind of like ironic that all these goddamn Ring cameras keep catching all sorts of crazy shit. Maybe it's the Ring cameras. Maybe they got some sort of like portal to the afterworld and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. It's kind of ironic that all of a sudden motherfuckers get these goddamn Ring cameras and all of a sudden start capturing all this fucking freaky shit. I'm just saying.
JB thinks that his roommate might have brought something into their house, considering that he loves going on ghost hunts with friends.
Oh, see?
Perhaps something had
man.
followed him home from one of these ghost hunts. Although not entirely sure if that's the case, the following footage might just prove that their house is haunted. In this video, JB's roommate is with his girlfriend when his roommate whistles to his dog, but then immediately, someone or something else whistles back. Mind you, that they were the only ones home when this happened. Take a look.
Whoa.
I heard that. I heard that.
Oh, hell no, bro.
That's TV. Tell them to look at the Ring cameras now.
Well, where'd it come from?
I heard it up there. Didn't you hear it up there?
I heard it too.
If no one else had
Something
been
whistled
inside
back,
the
for real.
house, then who whistled back? This video has left them shook. Some viewers believe that someone may be hiding inside their home, while others believe that something paranormal had occurred.
Why would someone be hiding in their home and then whistling back to like alert these people that he's in their home if he's hiding in the home? Like that don't even make no that don't even make sense. How does that even make sense, bro? Like if they're hiding in the home, then they're trying to be quiet. They're not about to be whistling back and shit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even a logical explanation.
Given the strange occurrences that have happened before in their home, it seems more than likely that something unexplainable was captured. Doubtless, this video is pretty baffling. Who, or maybe even what, had whistled back? If you caught something creepy on camera, or if
Yeah,
there's any
no.
ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video.
The ring cameras. Ooh, 50's onto something. I'm just saying.
For
he
this
onto
next
something.
segment, someone
He
had taken a
validated what I
screenshot
said.
of an online chat room in which something very strange was seen. JPD had submitted the following photo and writes that his cousin had been on Omegle talking to a stranger when all of a sudden, something appeared in the back of this person's room. It appeared for a split second before the chat room had switched to another stranger. JPD's cousin wasn't sure as to what she'd seen, but because she had screen recorded the chat rooms, she was able to look back at this moment and see if she actually saw something. When she got to the point where the thing had appeared on camera, she was left disturbed. This is what she saw.
Whoa. Shadow person. Caught one of them little
There
shadow
appears to be a
people
tall,
things.
shadowy figure entering this person's room in the back. According to JPD, his cousin has not been able to sleep well after seeing this.
Hell no.
Now, because a screenshot was sent and not
Man, I would have seen some shit like that. I'd be like, yeah, I'm on my way to your house right now. I'm not staying here. It's not even it's not even an option. I'm not even playing these games. I'm on my way. See you in a minute. Like
screen recorded footage,
Fuck
this
that.
image seems questionable. But, as always, what are your thoughts on this?
That's wild.
When it comes to videos on poltergeist activity, it seems that the most believable ones are those in which the video was initially recorded for a different reason. In this case, YouTuber Mowgli85 was recording the trailer for the Simpsons movie from the film's official website so that he could upload the trailer to his YouTube channel. However, while videotaping the trailer, something pretty creepy happens. This is what was caught.
This summer, between honor and dishonor, between family and enemies, between July and
That wasn't even a good movie either.
a line will be drawn.
That Simpsons movie sucked. Oh shit.
On July 27th, a secret will be revealed. You can see the 4 states and borders.
Bruh. Oh look, right here in the corner of the room. You want to know why he's having problems? Because he's an idiot. Look, I was feeling bad for a second. I was like, oh my God, this dude, he don't deserve this. He was just, stealing some content and re-uploading it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't deserve to be haunted. But then I see right here over in the corner of the goddamn room, there's a fucking Ouija board. Oh, what was you doing with that, my friend? Oh, that's right. Being an idiot. You invited the ghost into your house because you probably didn't close the damn Ouija board the right way like all these other dumb motherfuckers. And then now you got ghost problems, demon problems. Now you got poltergeist problems. Now you just got demon problems and ghost problems. You can't even solve that shit, bro. You got 99 ghost problems, my nigga, and you can't even solve not one of them bitches. The fuck? You a dummy. Yeah, I see that Ouija board. Dumbass. You're a dummy.
Out of nowhere, things began to move on their own. Now, after seeing the video, viewers had pointed out that the Ouija board in the corner of the room might be the reason as to why all of this is happening. According to Mowgli, he'd been playing with it the day before this incident.
Oh.
So, according to viewers, it makes sense that something like this would occur.
How did I know?
But as always, what do you think?
How did I know? Right, what do I think? He's an idiot. That's what I think.
Is this actual footage of something paranormal? Or is it simply a video that's been staged? As always, I'll let you be the judge. Feel free to let me know what you think.
Detective.
Reddit user AMRV had recently moved into an apartment with a couple of friends. However, there have been strange things that have been happening ever since they moved in. AMRV writes, "We noticed pretty much right away that stuff does not stay on the walls. Posters, pictures, command strips, etc. all just come off the walls overnight. Posters will fall off the walls really dramatically and startle us out of nowhere all the time. Among all the stuff that have been on the walls, a frame that was recently hung hasn't fallen off. But then one day, the following was caught on camera. Take a look.
Oh shit, it's moving. Maybe they don't like the art. Maybe they said your taste in art sucks.
The frame appears to be moving on its own. Now, perhaps the vent that's above it might have been causing it to move.
There's no way that
Because of this, the following day, AMRV had decided to record the frame before and after the air conditioner turned on. She wanted to see if the AC was causing this. However, it was during this recording that something unexpected had occurred. This is what was caught.
Okay, this is our vent test. We have about a minute until the heat's supposed to cycle on. We're gonna see if that does anything to move the picture frame.
What up, SH? Oh, shit. Man, did somebody throw the boot? Oh, shit. Oh, man. Fuck that.
According to
Time to go.
AMRV, she wasn't sure if the neighbors were messing with her or if something paranormal had occurred, but seeing the fallen frame has left her spooked. To this day, this incident has been on her mind, and she still doesn't know what to make of it. As with all videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusion on the situation. Had something paranormal occurred,
that's a tiny ass little
or
apartment,
was
too.
something else captured?
That shit is tiny. I was wondering why it was so cluttered, but she got her whole life in that little fucking cell.
Thanks for watching,
That shit
and I
is
hope you
wild.
enjoyed. Until next time.
That shit is wild. She had her whole life in that motherfucker, bro. Hold on, let's go see. Yeah, that shit scared the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I jumped like a motherfucker. Yeah. So what? So what? Let's see. Slap Ham. No, they don't have no new shit. Oh no, we didn't watch this one. Did we watch this?
Frisbee, it looks like it's playing around with someone.
Whoa, we didn't watch this. What the hell is that? All right, let's watch this Slap Ham because I don't remember watching this one. I don't even remember starting this shit. Oh shit, that nigga got bitch slapped. Nigga, what the? Did the ghost just bitch slap this nigga? Somebody just baby D'd this nigga. Debo. Look. Boom. Got up and fucking pushed and bitch slapped him. Oh hell no.
Can I touch you?
How you doing? I'm Callan, and this
bro.
is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some strange videos that have left authorities worried. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more
Bro,
freaky...
Slap Ham must have heard me talking shit the other day. That y'all must have forwarded my video along, and they must have heard me talking shit about how weak the last couple videos have been, and they was like, you know what, we gotta step the game up. This motherfucker talking that shit. And that
Just
was
like this.
Those was different. That was different.
Our first clip of the day is a strange one uploaded by TikTok user Jezebel TikTok. Take a look.
Boy, it does look like a ghost or somebody's pulling on it.
What are you doing?
Watching that again after the dog fetches the frisbee, it looks like it's playing around with someone. It looks like some kind of
Yeah.
invisible force
They're, like,
is
laughing
grabbing the
and shit. I would've
frisbee,
been
and
like,
that
what
they're
the
playing
fuck is
tug of
going
war
on?
with the dog. This goes on for some time as the owner watches on, bewildered.
What are you doing?
This bizarre footage set the comments section abuzz as people scrambled to make sense of what's going on.
I don't know.
The majority of people seem to agree that something's grabbed the frisbee and the dog is struggling to wrestle it free.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Damn, Skylar, that sucks.
Some more grounded ideas suggested that the dog was just playing around or that the frisbee's blocking its view and it's walking awkwardly because of that.
No.
However, there's a distinct moment when the dog starts walking normally in a straight line.
Right.
What are you doing?
So what do you make of this curious footage? What's causing the dog to behave like this? Share your theories with the rest of the community in the comment section down below.
Fucking fetch and tug of war with a frisbee with a dog. I don't know. How do you make sense of some shit like that? I don't know. Like, logically, it don't make sense. For sure.
Hey peeps, just a quick interlude to let you know today's episode is sponsored by Raycon, and they've gone and hooked you guys up with a Mac.
Shout out to you and your sponsorship, but we're moving on.
This next piece of CCTV footage was uploaded by Archivos del Infierno over on TikTok. Shows a young boy playing around in a yard, when suddenly something strange happens. Watch.
Oh, this is the one where he gets bitch slapped. Boom! Look, like he just got the straight hook.
It looks like something pushes the boy in the back.
Nah, fuck pushing him. Somebody sucker punched this nigga in the back of the head. Bam! Look, his head said bam, like he got cock diesel, nigga. Like that was not just some regular shit. Somebody Holyfield this nigga, like the fuck.
If you slow it down, you can make out a shadow or transparent shape that appears just behind the
boy.
boy.
He looks back. Bam! Gets punched in the head. Bam! Look, see? Ooh.
Some viewers said he merely stumbled.
Kid
but that
got
doesn't
Tyson
explain
for
the strange
real.
shadowy figure behind the boy.
Yeah, that shit's not funny, but that nigga got knocked smooth the fuck out by an unforeseen
Unfortunately, like a lot of mysterious clips floating around the internet, there's almost no accompanying information to run with.
Oh, it didn't like that
so
he
for
moved
now,
that
you'll have
brick
to
or
watch the clip
something.
again and make up your own mind as to what's happening here.
It didn't like that he moved that brick. Punched his ass. Bow! Look, nigga, touch my shit again. Ooh. Yeah, that ghost got straight.
Paranormies are an amazing paranormal investigation channel here on YouTube.
Oh, they are?
travel
Playing
around
with
North
the
America
Ouija board?
researching and exploring
they're
notoriously haunted properties. And more often than not, they capture some pretty freaky things on camera.
Oh my god.
In this episode, the team goes to investigate an old cottage deep in the wilderness.
That's creepy.
That stereo too, right when that all happened?
The owners of the property told the Paranormies team that they frequently hear strange noises, not only in the house, but also in the surrounding woods. Mysterious shadowy figures have also been seen lurking around the property, but they always vanish when someone goes to take a closer look. One of the owners, Sheila, can't explain what's going on this remote property. While renovating the old cottage, she discovered some old photos that date back to the early 1900s. While browsing the old album, something strange happened to Sheila. When she started looking at an old black and white family portrait, she began to have a panic attack. She felt nauseous and lightheaded and almost blacked out. Sheila can't explain the strange episode and admits it could just be her imagination playing tricks on her. However, if this investigation is anything to go by, Sheila's panic attack could indeed have been brought on by something a little more sinister.
Maybe that was like her past life or
The
something.
Paranormies team begins their night by setting up their equipment.
It stinks in here like old house, you know what I mean? Like the old wood from whenever this place
Very old, yeah.
They take a look around the cottage.
It's nice and it's warm though, thankfully.
Oh, I actually saw, I don't believe in orbs or anything, but I just saw something whip past your head in real life.
Like an orb.
There's no dust in here.
Not long into their investigation, things begin to take a turn for the strange, as bizarre activity is recorded upstairs. Take a look.
Oh my God.
Oh, hell no. Time to go.
That scared the shit out of me.
Who are you? Holy. Hi. My name is Jordan. This is Johnny.
Nope. I got
Can you
goosebumps and shit.
Can you tell me what your name is?
The rocking horse and chair are moving, seemingly all on their own.
What is happening here? Can I touch you? Holy. Okay.
Oh, and that one just stopped.
Okay, can you hang on a second? We just need some kind of gear to talk with you. Stop. Stop. Oh my God.
Electric again.
Again? Okay, can you
I
stop?
heard a noise from behind me.
It sounds like somebody's sitting on it.
The activity subsides as quickly as it began, and everything goes quiet.
Stop.
Grab a K2. Oh, I'm sweating.
Okay.
Oh, and that shit just completely
Yeah, I'm not
stopped.
sleeping in that bed.
Later in the night, the radio in the house begins to play up.
It wasn't lit up before, though.
It wasn't. So it what?
See?
What?
Did you see that?
That was weird.
Why did it do that?
It's just been off this whole time.
Trick before, too. See? There it goes. Why is that?
Bro.
Is that you doing that? Who are you? That's weird. That is weird.
Is there anything else that you like to do? You can tell us.
It's like it's shutting off and turning on again.
Then in
why
another
don't you
room,
turn some
a
music on?
tap turns on.
Hear something?
Oh shit. No, I would have left, man.
Water?
They're probably
Sounds like the...
shit. You in the middle of the
Weird
woods and
water.
shit. That'd be creepy as fuck. Oh, they trying
my
to
God.
drown you, bro. Oh, they're trying to drown you.
So you like to play with electricity, faucets?
While in the bathroom,
Trying to
more strange
electrocute
movement is
your ass.
recorded. Watch.
Okay, so...
Oh, but maybe that was one of those motion sensor dolls.
We're gonna do a Ouija board session. Oh my God.
No.
Holy f***.
You don't need
That
to
scared
invite
me.
anything else into the house.
There's no way that I fucking moved that accidentally.
No, you didn't. I was filming the whole thing. You didn't even touch it.
Oh, my heart's beating so fast, man.
The team didn't realize it at the time, but while they were checking out the movement of the plank of wood, something eerie can be seen in the window behind them.
There's a set of eyes looking at us through the window, piercing red eyes, and
Two glowing red dots that resemble eyes.
it just makes you wonder, was that the creature that Sheila was talking about that was making these weird sounds, whether it was something mimicking an animal?
The team
Fuck that.
can't
Burn it
explain
down.
the sighting. They looked for lights outside, but nothing could be found. It's almost like something was watching them through the window.
My hands, that scared the out of me.
Hours later, one of the team heads out to investigate the woodshed all alone. This is where the homeowners have heard some very strange noises at all hours of the night. While searching the area, he hears this.
Now, Jordan went to bed, but I felt it was necessary for me to come check out this woodshed where they hear a lot of the sounds between the two houses over there. I heard some crackling in the bush that way. I can't see without it. Oh my God.
It's all snowing and shit. Fuck that shit.
I shouldn't even be out here. Oh God.
Listening again, it sounds like someone says, okay.
I shouldn't even be out here. Oh God. I shouldn't even be out here. Oh God. Hello? Oh,
Then what happens next left the Paranormies team completely shocked. Watch.
That's where we saw the figure. Oh my God.
Oh shit.
Holy f***.
wouldn't go back in that house at
Just
all.
as I was saying that, it's right there.
Slowing that down, a dark figure moves past the window.
Facts, Skylar, but I would be scared still. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my God.
I'd be over smoking just to try not to be scared.
Just as I was saying that, it's right there.
The creepiest part is Jordan, the other team member, is asleep all alone inside the cottage. He has no idea that a dark figure is upstairs.
Yeah, he gotta take one for the team. I'm out, bruh.
Just as I was saying
the
that,
demon
it's
got
right
you, player.
Jordan is sleeping.
You got caught lacking.
I have to call him.
There is a
He got
part 2
caught
to
lacking,
this
like
investigation, which I highly recommend you check out. I'll chuck a link to it in the description box down below.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Did you see what I saw? Man, there's somebody, like, it looked like a reflection of somebody standing up here. Oh my God.
There's something
Damn.
particularly eerie about allegedly haunted toys. Clips of moving dolls always seem to go viral. It seems they leave people wondering whether the item
People and
itself
them
is cursed or
creepy-ass
whether there's a
dolls.
ghostly child playing with the toy. In this piece of home security footage uploaded by Tatan Mysterio on TikTok, we see a woman browsing her phone at home. Watch what happens.
Nigga.
As you can see, the teddy bear begins to move.
I would have smacked that shit so fucking fast.
Subtly at first, making the woman with the phone second guess what she saw out the corner of her eye.
Fucking like, oh man.
It then moves more noticeably and the woman gets up to run before the clip abruptly ends. This is another little viral clip with no info attached, so it's hard to speculate further. Most people in the comments section were certainly freaked out by the eerie movements of the bear, but ultimately it's impossible to know what's going on here for sure. So I'll throw this out to you, the viewers. Let me know your take on this in the comments section down below. With all the death and sickness hospitals see, it's no wonder many people claim that they're heavily haunted. Healthcare workers often comment on our videos saying that they've seen some really eerie things in the hospitals they work in. This next clip seems to back up these claims. Reddit user Bored Guy Online
Hospitals
wants
are
to keep the
creepy as
location of
shit.
this hospital
During the
private for the
daytime?
sake of keeping his job.
Man, nighttime
He says
is
the
wild.
security guard he works with often spots strange things while doing his rounds at nighttime. The guard would see mysterious things so often he thought he was losing his mind. That's
Bruh.
when he dared his fellow workmate to take a walk around at nighttime and film what he sees. The OP did end up walking around the hospital at nighttime while filming. While he thought it was unnerving, nothing particularly strange seemed to happen, or so he thought.
Eerie as
Upon
shit.
reviewing the footage, one segment stood out. Take a look. Watching that again, slowed down at the end of
caught
one
it,
of the
though. It
hallways, a
definitely caught
dark
his out
figure
of his
peeks out from
peripherals.
around the corner.
He's seen that shit.
The Redditor claims
shit
that
does
this part
that.
of the hospital isn't in use. It's late at night and no one else is around.
It
So
was
what's
just
to be
too black
made
to
of
be
this
like
eerie
a-
sighting? After
an
seeing the
actual
footage,
person,
a lot of
you know what I'm
Reddit
saying?
users
Like a
shared their own
shadow.
experiences in other hospitals. A lot of comments described very similar sightings. Shadowy, almost transparent figures lurking out the corner of
It
their
didn't
eyes.
look like it had any distinct
Sometimes
features.
called shadow people, this bizarre phenomenon has been reported all around the world. Often people who suffer from sleep paralysis or insomnia report encounters with dark beings that stare at them from the corner of the room. Time and time again, witnesses will describe almost the exact same experience. So is this sighting a genuine shadow person, or is there another way to explain what's happening here?
Shit, no,
Unless more info comes to hand, it's likely we'll never know for certain what was lurking down this hospital's hallway.
Way too dark of a figure. It could have been Wesley Snipes.
Before we get to that number one spot, remember to hit that subscribe button and tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our mysterious and creepy videos.
And then after this one, we're going to be out of here. I appreciate y'all.
This next eerie photo was captured by one of our viewers, Vittore Massaro. He was browsing a store and taking photos for his wife, who was at home at the time. He uploaded the photos to the cloud and didn't think anything of them until some years later when he decided to review them. That's when he noticed something strange. If you look to the right-hand side of the image, there's an eerie woman in the mirror's reflection.
Oh, damn, I wouldn't even seen that.
She's grey and almost translucent and is staring right at the camera. Her clothes look to be from a different time and she doesn't match the surroundings at all. The image was taken in Galveston, Texas, which is reported to be one of America's most haunted cities. In 1900, an enormous hurricane hit the greater Galveston area. It ripped through the city with 145-mile-per-hour winds, which is around 230 kilometers, smashing homes and businesses. It's estimated that 7,000 buildings were destroyed in the storm, leaving around 10,000 people homeless. A further 6,000 to 12,000 people died tragically in the hurricane. At the time, it was the deadliest natural disaster in US history. It's this enormous loss of life that has led many to believe that Galveston is heavily haunted. Some say that if you're downtown in the middle of the night, you can hear screaming and pleas for help, but there's no one ever there. Other campfire legends say you can see the victims of the storm staring back at you from reflections in glass or mirrors throughout the city. It's these stories that make Massaro's photo all the more chilling. So could this really be a woman who lost her life in the Great Storm of 1900?
Possible. Shit. That was a little crazy. That was a way better slap ham than the last few days, man. The last few days have been so rough. It's been so hard trying to watch them shits because they were just boring. But that was a good one. That was a decent one. I can't even flex, can't front. That was a decent one. But yeah, man, I love you guys. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Happy Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get the week, started. You know what I mean? It's about to turn up time. Excuse me. Yeah, this week is about to be dope. Y'all ain't even ready for Friday. Y'all are not ready for Friday, bro. It's about to be a whole turn up, and y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. I got some big shit happening on Friday that y'all are not ready for. I'm so excited, and I'm not about to tell y'all yet. I might as well leave it as a surprise. So be ready. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. Be in tune because it's about to go up. You dig what I'm saying? And cop your merch. You dig? If you want some merch, like the baseball tees, I don't have any of these on the website right now, but if y'all really want the baseball tees, we could do like a little special run of the baseball tees. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of these yellow ones left. Maybe I'll just get rid of these last ones that I got. So it'd be like a first come, first serve. You either get one or you don't. But this design, if you want the new Mile High logo on a tee, you can go cop you a black tee, a white tee, get whatever you need. We got the Capperoni pizza. We got the Capperoni sausage tee. We got the ghost, the waving ghost, or waving demon, whatever you want to call it. And then what else we got? I know I'm missing one. That guy, the ghost, Capperoni, the sauce. Oh, and the fuck that tea. And then the fuck that tea. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all go cop y'all's merch, man. Support your boy. I love y'all. And yeah, let's keep running it up. Let's keep doing what we do. And like I said, make sure y'all just stay tuned because we got some cool shit coming this weekend, baby. But technically Friday. So but yeah, get ready. Okay, get ready. All right, I love y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. All right, peace.